Sebastian, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Sebastian first in the chat. Trainer Thomas. EU friendly today. That means I'm friendly to you, Thomas, today. Because normally I'm very harsh to the EU. Cobra, hello. Hello. Lexi Swanston, 1824. Sup? Am I saying that correctly? Hopefully. 1824, that's actually the same year I was born. Were we both, do we have the same birth year? Chimcharman, hello from the EU. Not to be confused with Magmarman. Chimcharman. I'm always friendly, thanks. It's your ex-girlfriend's email that you never changed. Wow. I don't know if I could do that. Maybe it was a healthy breakup. So chat, the plan today, I might have some queue times. So I did provide a channel point redemption similar to what Axon does on occasion of a play Pokemon match review if the queue times get too bad. But I think we're going to start off and just go with it. I was running this team for 2 sets. I was at 3303 or something. This team did not work, so we are going to change this team. We're now at 3194, where maybe we could get some better queues. Ty Bland, hello. Not much, man. What's going on with you? I had some ideas. I was thinking about the Tinkmeister. Sea King. And what was I running, actually? Was it Electrode, maybe? Pretty meta. But I think meta for a reason. It's very strong. Yo, what's up, Simon? I don't see us playing Cramorant today. Cramorant's only available on the new system. So since there's only 1 week till Worlds, I'll be playing exclusively the Competitor Cup through Worlds. And here we go. Game number 1. Ticketon into Thievel. We catch a great lead. Let's see what they're going to swap. They swap in Licky Licky. Now, we know this thing could potentially be running Earthquake. I throw after 9. That is 18 turns to his 18 turns. He shields it. He's at 7 rollouts. And I will actually shield to respect an Earthquake here or to shield a Shadow Ball. But this guy's a savage and actually baits the Body Slam. Now that was... yeah, that was enough for it. But I think it's important to maintain health on our Tinkaton. Thievel Licky probably has some sort of ground type in the back. I'm going to Energy Ball. Nice job by the opponent keeping their energy. Because if I Energy Ball, I might be able to take the Icy Wind and get rid of this. But at the same time, I'm potentially opening myself up to a big farm down, which wouldn't be great. And because of that, I think I'm actually just going to Wild Charge to give him less farm on whatever he decides to come in with. We're going to Gigaton Hammer on CMP, make sure we get this off. He's going to hit us with the Earthquake. And now what's going to be in the back? Mantine. He wisely throws the Twister first before I can debuff him. If I had to guess, I think we do lose this, which is unfortunate because I don't know if we're going to have the damage output. Because I think I need 3 moves. I don't think 2's ever going to be enough to take out the bulky Mantine. Wisely throws again before the next Icy. And he's going to be 3 off Twister. Does this knock out? I get 1 peck, 2 pecks. Does he have a move? He does. Really close game, and I clearly could have won that game. But our opponent made very risky plays. Baiting Body Slam onto our Tinkaton was the first one. And then also, if I like come in Seeking against the Licky and sacrifice it, then Electrode sweeps. So just some really, really risky plays by them that ended up allowing them to flip that. So nice job by them. Thomas with a 5 stream streak. Let's go. We got Peck on Mr. Seeking. Dez, you're at the zoo. Let's go. Say hi to the animals for me. Showcase a plushie redemption. Let's go. Scrafty. Scrafty. Look at Scrafty's little arms. For a fighting type, you'd think he'd have bigger arms. Thanks, Biff Buns. Yo, Mateus with the first match review redemption. Let's go. Pato versus Elam NAIC. Right, Elam won that one, I remember. Spoiler alert. That might be a long one. But we will do it. And chat, you guys are going to have to keep my spirits up today. And I'll keep your spirits up. We'll hold each other accountable. Because I got to be honest, I am sick and tired of these queue times. I literally have tanked 2 sets in a row to go from 3300s to 3194, and I still can't find battles. This is ridiculous. Sparkle, hello? Exclusive. Do you have any tips to get out of the 2800s range? Feels like I'm stuck and can't break past. You know, I wish I could just like give you one immediate thing. Remind me, and we'll come back to that topic. All right. Tink Mirror. So the thought process here, right, is Bulldoze is not super threatening. We go for Gigaton, and we do win chart attack party, which is nice. So now we can kind of decide what we want to do based on what they do. They do correctly shield it. I think I'm actually going to let it go because I have two decent answers to Tink in the back. So now I'll aggressively swap Seeking. He's staying. He's staying. Goes in Furret. Not a great matchup for our Seeking here, but not the worst. Because we were patient, we Icy Wind it to debuff them, which is kind of nice for us. I think I'm even going to Icy again on the potential Trailblaze. Now this will not do very much damage to me. We'll let this go. He's double debuffed. We bank a move on Seeking, catching on our Tink. Now, this does open the possibility for him to come with his own Tink or farm us down with something in the back. Comes in with his own Tink. I'm fine with that. Throws before I get to the Bulldoze, since it was revealed I win CMP earlier. A little bit awkward here. I think I'm going to come in with Trode. Could regret this. But we're going to respect the Gigaton, and these opponents continue to make some great calls on us. Seems like we've made a lot of missed 50-50 calls throughout our two battles so far. Another Bulldoze here. They're probably going to try and catch on Furret here. We go for the Wild Charge. It doesn't knock out. I get off a debuff here on the Mandy, which is kind of nice. And I clear my debuff on Electrode, but this is still quite awkward. Especially with that big farm down he gets. However, the moves on Mandy are not really going to be an issue. It's more so, did that Tinkaton exit with a Bulldoze? And if it did, that might be game for us. Because now we're going to force ourselves to be 4 times debuffed. So we're probably within Bulldoze range now. If that Tinkaton did bank the Bulldoze after double baiting us. The Furret was very low. It did not have a Bulldoze. Oh, Electrode barely hangs on. Let's go. We needed that. We needed that. Good game. Mateus does with a three stream streak. Executor, GG's, man. Very close one there. Well played by you. I see Home Slice Henry in the YouTube chat. Uh-oh. And we had a trainer asking for help stuck in the 2800s earlier. I wish I could give you like one solid piece of advice, but like my best piece of advice, at least what's I feel like helps me climb in GBL, and this might just seem obvious, but is really trying to evaluate like whether you're losing because you're getting outplayed and there's plays you could have made, or you're losing because the team is just not functioning well. And if you feel like you're getting stuck because the team just can't win, it might be time to adjust the team to what you're seeing in the meta. And I'm on record saying at times like 2800s can be even more difficult than like 3100s because there might be more variety in the meta. Here we go. Another game. Dust Noir. Kind of scary, as it is a ghost Pokemon. Let me know if you're afraid of ghosts in the chat. I don't blame you. Ghosts are pretty scary. Do we believe in ghosts? That's another question. They call the bulldoze. I swear, the bait call percentage these days has been wild. I feel like people just call so many baits in my recent games. People do not care anymore. We're going to go for another bulldoze here, which won't quite knock out, but it'll put them really low. Dust Noir through after 6. It's at 7. Aggressive swap into Sea King, met by a Bug Bite Fortress. This is not great, but it's better than having it on our other Pokemon, at least. Very tempting to go for an Icy Wind bait here, because I feel like they might shield first. So Icy Wind would have been nice. Fortunately, we don't get it off. I am going to shield, because I am so low. They Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb might be slightly better for us in this scenario. Now, the really awkward thing is, as I reach my next drill run, he'll have a very solid opportunity to catch onto the Dusk Noir. So we're able to bank that. This game is still not over, though. He built up to 7. This could be like a Dazzling Gleam. Yep. Very clever. Should have shielded that. And with how risky this person has continued to play and how aggressive, right? It was kind of a sign that that might be a Dazzling Gleam. They've been very unorthodox, right? They called the bulldoze bait. That would have just instantly lost them the game. And then they, went for the catch as well on the drill run. So they just been playing extremely aggressive, not a care in the world. And unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too much for us here, as they're going to just bug bite everything down. So I won't bother protect shielding, since we have like no energy on both of our Pokemon. And well played by them. And that's a good example, right? Like, I think games can be a little bit more highly volatile in this ELO range, because players just make very crazy, aggressive plays sometimes. Choking next. Hello. Stolpoot says, you threw. I'm like the first to admit when I threw. I don't think I really threw there. I think I just wasn't able to win. Stolpoots, you have 6 consecutive negative messages on the YouTube side. And you're kind of ruining the vibe, so you can either be a little bit more positive, or as the GOAT Axon once said, you can get the fuck out of here. Good vibes today. Dundozo. Big outrage. And they are out of here. And that's like what I like to say is the you're welcome, Axon. Hope all is well, man. I was lurking in your stream when that moment happened. That was pretty funny. And that's the duality of GBL, right? We lost the previous game because they called a bulldoze bait. They had Dazzling Gleam on their Togekiss. Very, like, weird things that happened. And that game, we just kind of RPS'd them, and they couldn't do anything, so. And I guess that relates back to the question, stuck in the 2800s. It's evaluating things like that, right? The game before was kind of a weird one, where I could have made some different plays. Ooh, okay. Fort. Bug Bite's a lot better for us. So Kelsey's going to outpace me to double Sand Tomb in this matchup. I land the big Gigaton Hammer. Um, Question is, do we stay? I think the answer is yes, considering that this would be very bad for Mr. Trode. So we will shield this. We're going to be double debuffed with our Tinkaton. Kelsey through immediately. So we can overfarm quite a bit. Don't think Bulldoze would be quite enough. So we're going to go for this. Guarantee the shield or the knockout. Very tempting to swap here. Because it's such a big farm down I'm giving, so it's one of those situations. It's like to leave or not to leave. I guess we're going to end up seeing, but I feel like maybe I shouldn't have given such a big farm down there. Mantine fires off a move. And it's Florges. Force them to reveal whether they have Trailblaze or not here. And they do, unfortunately for us. This is looking pretty brutal, and it looks like I definitely should have followed my gut and swapped the Trode. I think now we simply just are going to lose the game because we've allowed this Florges to boost 2 times. That its move is going to do too much to us. And then the Mantine has a Twister as well, just in case the Florges can't take us out on its own. So, again, very winnable game. Unfortunate to lose that one. Yeah. And the lead Pokemon, right, was Bug Bite Fortress. So after a Bug Bite Fortress has been eliminated, you know, it's going to be safer for me to give up Switch, understanding that there's probably not going to be a great answer to the Electrode in the back. So, yeah, very, very clear cut. Could have won that game. Bad news, negative set. Good news, we might have better queue times here. PW Oswald asked, did I qualify for Worlds? I did. For those that don't know, if you qualify for Worlds by 2 ways, either winning a tournament or placing in the top certain number of your region, so top 75 per region. So I was able to win the Merida tournament in Mexico this past season, which got me my auto qualification, and also finished, I believe, number 2 in North America. So just needed top 75. Ooh, pretty tough. This is far from ideal, but I think I'm going to swap Seeking. They lock in their Mantine. Very ABA weak to my Electrode. Who finished first in North America? Nighttime Clasher. The annoying thing is I can't even fully farm this down before taking another Twister, but he's double debuffed, or he's single debuffed, rather. Catch a Twister on Tink, which is kind of nice. It'll draw the Stunfisk back out, and maybe we can take advantage of the switch timer being desynced. He's at 6. That's a really nice debuff for us. We'll shield. I'll shield again. So I'm down both shields, which obviously is not great. He's locked here. So I can Energy Ball. Should have done one Thunder Shock, honestly, just to maximize my energy. Man, if I'd done that one Thunder Shock, that would have been actually pivotal. Oh, he lets it go. Interesting. I have a lot of energy on Tink. And I'm not quite in Mud Bomb range. He's still going to be switch locked here momentarily. I think I go for this, which I know looks crazy. Nah. I think I need to increase my Fairy Wind damage to give myself a chance. The thing is, 3 Bulldozes just seemed like too much energy to realistically get to. Hold. Mantine's dry. And Tinkaton is a beast, dude. Now, the key play there that actually ended up winning me the game was going for the Gigaton Hammer. Because Gigaton Hammer is so busted, and also Bulldoze is so bad, that Gigaton Hammer does significantly more than Bulldoze, even when there's a 2 times effectiveness difference. There needs to be a 3 times effectiveness difference. I was thinking about this last night. I was doing some Worlds prep. There needs to be a 3 times effectiveness difference for Bulldoze to do more than Gigaton, I believe. And I was trying to think off the top of my head, what is an example? What is an example of where there's a 3 times effectiveness difference between Gigaton and Bulldoze, where Bulldoze would actually be the move to throw? Emp. Nice. That should have been the trivia question. Simon says, so Rise, which mon should we expect to see most at the World Championships? It seems like Shadow, Kanto Ninetales, Licky Licky, Tinkaton are kind of like the big 3. There's been a large rise in Kanto Marowak, which I don't really like. But it is reality. There'll be some Hisuian Electrode. You got some flyers, right? Your Fearos, your... I haven't seen very many people running Togekiss. Mantine. Mantine will be very popular. Thank you, Pluto. Your favorite EU streamer. You're gonna make me blush. You're gonna make me blush. Seismitoad gonna be... Yeah, I really like Seismitoad, actually. I think Seismitoad is underrated. My big issue with Seismitoad is how awkward it is as a mud boy into Ninetales. Like you just lose. You just lose, which is kind of sad. as a water ground against a fire. Like you can't even double bait or anything, right? Because it's just 5 every time to energy ball. How long before Worlds do we have to lock in our team? That's a good question. I would think it's not until like the night before or the morning of, but maybe someone in chat knows exactly when. The real Kuna Rise, when I first started watching you, had a Greek flag in the back. Where is it now? Yes, when I was still living at my dad's, like 3 years ago, I had the Greek flag because I was less removed from my study abroad trip to Greece. I studied abroad in Athens, Greece, when I was in college for a semester, and it became my entire personality. Obviously, it's all I talk about. A lot of people assumed I was Greek because of that flag. Not the case. Just studied there. Here we go. Tink into Seeking. Not great. I'm just going to immediately pivot here. And I'd assume they'll go for Drill Run immediately to get that 1 turn advantage from my swap in. They're staying. We'll throw. He's at 3. He's always going to be 1 ahead of us. 4, 5. Now, one thing that's good about this matchup, take some notes. When you're a Seeking, even if you're behind, I believe if you have a good Seeking, you still get to another Drill Run here. So they actually have to throw or catch. Yeah, whoa. And he let me CMP him. Wow, so that's great for us. I assume he probably just lets this go. So we take back switch even behind a turn. Now, we don't know what's in the back, but I'm still going to come in with this. It's a pretty decent matchup. 8, 9, 10, 11. We want to let them throw first. It's me with the Gigaton. Ow. Owie. Part of me kind of wanted to energy ball because I feel like I only need energy ball plus wild charge, but it's kind of close. I'm a little bit scared that there is a mud slapper in the back here. Are you kidding me? It's quick attack. Okay, this is going to be weird. I feel like it's not completely over. As crazy as that may sound. The problem we face here is that I think we just don't get there fast enough. Okay. We lure him into throwing early. We're 2 away. Do we get there before another fire punch is the question. Tinkaton goes down. Trode. Oh, baby. He's Hazuian. He's an Electrode. Don't mess with him. Knocks out the shiny Diggersby. Yikes. That was scary. The ball. Shenanigans with the plushie request. I got a special one. This is a special one because this one was actually made by a friend for me. Mew. Look at this. How good is that Mew? Crochet. Look, it's robotic. It's robotic. The tail moves. It hovers. It's not me doing it. It's the Mew. We got Magmar Man. We also have a Play Pokemon breakdown request that I will have to do after this set. Maybe after this battle, we'll go to it. We play Magmar Man. And once again, a Stunfisk lead. We're getting exposed here with one flaw in this team. A Stunfisk lead is really difficult to overcome. We actually did beat the last Stunfisk, which was nice. But yeah, this is looking pretty rough. Honestly, Icy's probably not even the play here. But we'll do it anyway for kicks. Been looking at you from across the room. Go for the drill run here. And at least I get a shield. Yeah, I needed to Icy again, it appears. So we're learning something. And, yeah, we're just in a really, really difficult position right off the get-go here. Another Mud Bomb. At least he's debuffed, so it does a little bit less. Only real chance we have is if he's extremely weak to Tinkaton in the back. Yeah, so I just don't see a way out of this. I should have definitely thrown earlier, probably, to not take that last Mud Bomb there. So that's a mistake on my part. Comes in with the Kingdra. Oh, and it might actually be Charizard in the back. I know he likes his Charizard. So we might have just the top left. And yeah, nothing I can do. Magmar Man usually instantaneously comes in to say GG's when he beats me. So we might get him to appear. But nothing I could have really done in that game. Just kind of countered all the way through. Tough one there. Let's try to go positive this set. Got 2 games left here, and we will move on to our showcase, or our match review rather. Another plushie. Lapras. Classic. Ah, man. 3rd consecutive hard lost lead. It's unfortunate. See what we can do. So Gator typically going to win this CMP here. It's kind of a close CMP. I don't know if Seaking can actually flip this sometimes. I think Seaking can flip it sometimes, but usually not. We're going to shield here. I don't really love the shield. But we flip switch at least. And our energy will be nice here. And once again, we're presented with a decision. Like, do I allow this farm? Oh, he throws. That's huge. Now, my brain is telling me we've already seen a Feraligatr. We see a Tinkaton. I feel like it's unlikely there's another good matchup for Electrode and back. And unfortunately, we get swept by a Ninetales. And it took us 9 battles to realize, wait. Why are we just so incredibly weak to Ninetales? And I think this will be a good time to change the team. And I've been doing a little bit more like live commentary this video, and we had like the fitting question, like I'm stuck in the 2800s, and I just realized like we almost instantly lose to a Ninetales lead, which is a major flaw in this team, which kind of snuck by me. One Pokemon I've been having some fun with is Dunsparce lately. I feel like it's pretty safe in this meta. What have we been seeing a lot of in the lead? We've been seeing a lot of Stunfisk. Stunfisk, Seaking. We got one more battle this set. Let's try to see if we can come up with a solid team to get a win. One Pokemon I was actually running was Shadow Gliscor, and I figured Dunsparce pairs with it somewhat nicely. And I'd probably want something in the back that isn't also weak to ice. I don't know how much I really like Lapras in this current meta. But Lapras could kind of fit. I guess we're pretty weak to something like a Malamar in that case. Could go like Celio. Dune says Shadow Ape. Whenever people say Shadow Ape, there's like 4 variables there. I feel like nowadays there's 4 variables there, so I never know what ape variation. Corb, I think we got you with the plushie, right? We got you with the Lapras. Sorry, I missed it. Sometimes there's multiple redemptions and battles, right? So I can't get to everything instantly. I guess I could do Malamar, yeah. Malamar, I feel like, is normally a kind of a Pokemon you lead. Would it be crazy if I went Azu? Good old-fashioned Azu? It'll be a test for one battle. We'll finish off this set. And here we go. Last battle of the set. See if we can finish it with a win. No, don't give me the air. Don't tease me like this. Not the... Okay. Almost aired out. Okay. Bruh. Seriously? They don't want to see us win. They don't want to see us succeed. They're like, good lead? No. Good lead, not going to happen for you, Rise. We're not going to allow that. We need to give you 5 straight negative leads. Also, welcome in, Junebug. Good to see you. Excited for Worlds? Guys, I think I scared off Magmar Man because I think this is the first time in probably like 100 pairings in our Go Battle League history he has not GG'd me. Because last time I got mad at him because I was double weak to Charizard and he had a Charizard up a shield and I top lefted and he came in to GG me. And I just said how I can't process doing that to someone. I think I scared him. No! All right, it's official. I believe in the algorithm. Six. Let's see what he swaps into. Jelly's interesting. I think we got to try and flip this, but it's going to be hard because the Sandslash has put us close to Surf range. Six. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to flip this. Because if I shield, I'm just going to have to shield multiple times. Okay, we take that pretty decently. I'm not at 1 HP, so I will actually shield this. Rock Slide does a little bit more raw damage. We do flip Switch. Fortunately, that would have been so nice if I had gotten a sneak. And yeah. Unfortunate. He's so weak to Dunsparce in the back, but we just weren't able to get an advantage out of that secondary matchup. Had I been able to bank that Rock Slide plus Drill Run, this could have been a completely different game. He doesn't catch at least, but unfortunately, our buddy Gliscor just not going to have enough in the tank here to beat both Pokemon. Yeah, he just lets it go, obviously. Makes sense. And we'll fully farm us down. Tough little stretch here. Tis the Go Battle League. And it'll be a good time for a little pause in the action, do a match review. There was one game in that first set that I definitely could have flipped. But that felt like most of our losses, I would say all except for one for sure, I could have flipped. I felt like all the other ones were mainly flaws in the other team where we were super weak to fire. Or a game like that, which is unfortunate, right? Because Gliscor into Annihilate, we would have had a potentially great chance to win. But then we air out and we get faced with the worst possible lead. So unlucky. Let me know what Pokemon you want me to run in the next set as we do a little bit of a break here. And we are going to do a match review. And then when we come back from it, I can take a look at some of your team suggestions and maybe I can run one of those. I was having a lot of fun with Gliscor yesterday. Unfortunately, in our one-game sample size here, it did not have much play. That whole team kind of hard counters Gliscor, honestly, so tough one there. Mateus. I don't know if he's still here because he redeemed it a long time ago, so I apologize for making you wait so long. But did you have a timestamp for me? Did you have a timestamp for me? But he wanted to watch a very epic series that we will go back and watch here. 2025. Maybe they posted it separately. Sometimes they post it separately. No, they didn't. Oh, no, they did. Yes. Perfect. Oh, wait. This is so long. We can't watch this whole thing. We got to do the reset. Wait, why is this so long? Mateus, what are you doing to me? Why does it say this is 48 minutes? This is a winner's final. Oh, there was a super long match review. So I think Mateus is trolling me. Okay. And Tunante with the sports commentary. This was a... You know what we're going to do? We are going to... We're going to fast forward to 2-2 here. We're going to fast forward to 2-2. And we're going to do some commentary. Let's go. Some sports commentary for the decisive Game 5. Elam versus Pato Man in Play Pokemon history. What an epic match this is. Gentleman's Curve is spamming sound alerts. Gentleman's Curve, that is very funny. If you wouldn't mind, once we start the commentary, I prefer maybe we stop it. I'm looking for a little backing track. Shoot. Okay. Here we go. Pato Man against Elam. 2025. Oh, looks like they went to a review after. 2025 NAIC Winners Finals. To earn a spot on Day 3, Championship Sunday, as the Winners Finals. And here we go. Azumarill into the Dusclops here. This is two bulky beasts going head-to-head. Pato Man, the young Titan. Elam, he's pretty young himself, Marv. I think we're going to do the Jim and Marv for the sports commentary. And Azumarill, if you know this matchup, you know that Dusclops can pace to so many shadow punches, but the sheer bulk of Azumarill, it can take punch after punch. It's like Mike Tyson in his prime. He just hit him with the left, hit him with the right. It's a fight. It's a fight. Head busting. Okay, copyright strike there. We don't want to be singing too much music. Now, Dusclops firing more shadow punches. This is a very long matchup. You need to have patience. You know who has a lot of patience? Players like Elam. They're able to wait a fraction of a second, see the catches take place. And now we're going to see a swap into the Cradley. Shadow Punch coming through. A nice catch from Pato Man. Elam doesn't like it. Would have preferred to get the more efficient Ice Punch there for super effective damage, but it allows him to line up the Golisopod exactly where it wants to be. And even gets the charge attack priority on the Rock Tomb. This is a massive decision for Pato Man. Pato Man hoping he can somehow survive, but doesn't survive the X's. Or is that it? Is that all she wrote? Well, maybe most of the time, Jim, that would be just game, set, match. But the Caesar is back, and it is fiery. The Shadow Scizor, so much damage. Pato Man looked a little bit confused there. The fact that he wasn't able to get to his chart attack first, but the Golisopod now firing another. Pato Man now down 2 Protect Shields. This looks absolutely devastating for him. Both Protect Shields are gone. Elam staying in, forcing him to throw, and it's a catch. onto the Dusclops. What a play. This is some energy down the drain, but look at this. The undercharge, the miraculous undercharge, getting 2 extra bullet punches here. Is this the energy that Pato Man needed to bring himself back into this game? We see the Lapras looking in the back. Elam sitting pretty behind 2 Protect Shields, but Caesar is so scary. It is so scary, and Pato Man understands that he can probably get away. Oh, actually drawing a shield from Elam. This is interesting. Elam wants to get to a move here, and we're going to see another charge attack coming through from Pato Man. Is he going to be able to preserve this Scizor? He needs the Scizor to stay around to beat the Lapras. Oh, but it's not going to happen. Golisopod gets to the Aqua Jet, and I think that's going to be all she wrote here, Jim. Lapras comes in, so much energy on Azumarill, but the play rough ×2, not going to be enough. ILQM, also known as Elam, will be making his way to the winner's side of the grand finals. And that is one game in history in the Play Pokemon Championship Series. Now, before we go back to GBL, it seems like Pato actually lagged a turn, which is what he ends up disputing here, because he felt like he could have got to a move first against the Golisopod earlier. So they end up reviewing this for quite some time, but ultimately it ends up standing. Unfortunate. Back to GBL. Okay. Did you guys provide me with the sauce? Did you guys provide me with the sauce? I'm scrolling back. Thievel Mantine Stunfisk. Interesting. Hey, Coin, welcome in. Edgar wants to see Spice. I mean, I'm running Gliscor here. Gliscor's spicy, isn't it? The Quill God. Alt Tink G-Fisk. Dude, I was actually having some success with G-Fisk on a new system with Cramorant. Here we go. Zimmy Kid. He might be streaming. Whoa, Togekiss. Togekiss, I forgot about this guy. So an interesting matchup, right? They're going to outpace us to threatening moves. Oh, he lets me get off the Icy first. That's interesting. I wonder if he's on Dazzling Gleam, and he wants to throw that. But getting off the Icy first is quite nice. I feel like I'm going to let this go. If it's Gleam, I might still faint. Yeah. He probably catches this on a Licky. No, oh, on a Dunsparce. Now, the awkward thing here, right, is our Gliscor doesn't really like to see Toge. But I'm thinking maybe in this situation, I can come out of here with energy on my Dunsparce. Since we've got Dunsparce against debuffed Dunsparce. So we should be on like even energy. He throws again. Looks like he's just outside of Drill Run range. Man, that does nothing. Oh, comes back in with Toge. Definitely going to shield this. I have so much energy to work with. And Toge shouldn't have too much energy here. I'm not going to bother undercharging, I think. I think I'm just going to play this a little bit safe. Knock it out. And what's going to be the third Pokemon? Does his own Dunsparce reappear? Ooh. It's a Waterfall Empoleon. That is not great. Three, four. I think I have to get this off to make my life more comfortable. He's dry, so I should outpace to the sand tomb. And we just have to avoid the catch on his Dunsparce. We exude some patience. Dunsparce comes in, hits me with a rock slide, and I'm at the double sand tomb here. And I believe that Empoleon is in sand tomb range. If this was the new system, I could get away with one wing attack first, but it's the old system, so I can't risk that. Got to throw sand tomb immediately so that waterfall doesn't register. And we get the win. Bed Shark, welcome in. You got an idea for me? Sharpedo. You know, Bed Shark, believe it or not, I'm in a caster draft league for Pokemon Champions, and I have Sharpedo on my team. Thank you, Edgar. Edgar, you're the best. Don't let Stolepot upset you, Edgar. He was being mean to me earlier, but he seems to have gotten a little bit better. We need some Alakazam gaming. Alakazam's a funny one. It's got like some good moves, but it's just so frail. Here we go. Next game. All right, decent lead into Annihilate. We have super effective Pex here. The counters, as you see, basically keep up with the Pex. Oh. And he catches on Licky. Not ideal. I believe he did 5. Now, the awkward thing here, as I catch on Dunsparce, is we know that there's an Annihilate waiting for us, right? So what we want to do here is make sure we never, like, throw when we have no energy. I need to have a good amount of energy so I don't lock myself for a prolonged period of time against the Annihilate. Body Slam connects. Not doing very much at all thanks to that Icy Windy buff. He wisely doesn't throw. Now is when I expect the Annihilate to come in. Annihilate only did 5, however. So I can get this off before he threatens any sort of threatening charge attack. He only had Rage Fist. I think I'm going to come in and Gly. Now, I do kind of have to respect the Ice Punch here, unfortunately. I don't love shielding it, but yeah, that would have done a lot of damage. Now, I have the option of like going for the Sand Tomb first, but I'm going to elect to go for more energy here. I could end up regretting this. It's also just a Rage Fist. So that could end up being a mistake, but this energy could be really valuable. Okay, Bink. 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Catches on Licky, clearing his debuff. I think what we do here, though, is we stay. And now I had a little bit of energy on Seaking. Very awkward. Very tempting to bait here, but I feel like it's kind of reasonable to call this because Drill Run doesn't quite knock out anyway. And now this comes down to Dunsparce. Can Dunsparce get the KO? Because a Moonblast will knock me out here. So this is up to Mr. Dunsparce. Come on, Dunsparce. I believe in you. We're going to throw after 3. This is a super effective drill run. Surely this knocks out a Carbink, right? Right? Chat? Not even close. But Carbink's so slow. We get to another one. It's so slow. I think he was only at 5. So he was 4 off. And we got there in 2 rollouts. And get the win. Storm King, hello. We've got Calls, the best first-time chatter. Welcome in. Hi, Juris, first-time chatter. A lot of first-time chatters this stream. I appreciate you guys. Hi, my name's Rise. Nice to meet y'all. Master Mahir, amazing player. Let's see what we can do. Seeking into Ninetales, always a awkward matchup. Just a big bait game here. He throws after 5 and does bait me with the Weather Ball. So now he will be just straight up ahead, unfortunately. Lets me throw first is interesting. I'm just going to leave. Oh, maybe he's on overheat. If he's on overheat, so be it. Okay. Weather Ball. Tried to catch a drill run on Pluff. He tried to embarrass me in front of my chat. Did you guys see that? He tried to catch a drill run. I would have had to call it a career. I think he's at 7. He's got quite a bit of energy on that. Really nice overfarm. I feel like he does knock me out here, unfortunately. Oh, huge. This should only be an energy ball. What to do? What to do? Ugh. 2 embers there is terrible for me. We get rid of this, and then we have Sea King up a shield against something in the back, so let's see. Could be like a normal type here. Could be like a Stunfisk would be pretty bad. It's a Fira. I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if Sea King does enough, though. Ah, man. I think he simply just clears his debuff. Yeah, well played. And this gets me. GG. That's a good game, though. It's a good game. I thought I played that really well, honestly, so I'm not too upset with that. Yeah, I don't know what I could have really done there. I'm trying to think. Close one. First time chatter, Bosch Bowl. What do you mean by friendly to EU today? Political intention? Bosch Bowl. You're trying to get me political? EU friendly is just a commonly used term, meaning that EU is generally about 5 or 6 hours ahead of my time zone. So if I was to stream at my normal time, it's generally a little bit late for them. It's a little bit more friendly time-wise. Yo, what's up, my here? Oh, I didn't realize. I assume maybe you like waited to see what came in or something. I guess if K9, wait, how healthy was the K9? If your K9 got the move off, would I have actually won? Did that end up helping you? Or was it not in like peck down range? Gotcha. G's close one. Here we go. Coming off a loss. Let's see what we can do. A Zoomerl. Not as good of a matchup as you would hope for Sea King, since we're dishing out neutral damage. But we just kind of get out bulked by a Zoomerl here. I was at 7, 8. I'll take one, I guess. Do I ever 3-shot him with drill runs? So we got to use our judgment here, right? Whether this next drill run KOs. I feel like it barely lives. Oh, but he lets me throw after one. Yeah, so probably not the ideal play for me there. He's at 5. Let's try to keep track of this Diggersby's energy. 6, 7. He's at 9. Throw Scorching Sands. I need to throw on bad timing here. Otherwise, I give him an opportunity to fire punch me first, which would be kind of bad. So theoretically, I probably should have just thrown after 1. If he hyper beams me, guys, we tip our caps. Okay, now I got to start shielding, which is kind of painful to shield a non-stab fire punch. Yo. We found a core breaker. We have the core breaker. Goliath score is not what he wanted to see. I think Thumpus at 5. Oh my god. I don't like this. I needed to do something different, like go Sea King, but if I go Sea King, he gets to a move. Crap. I lose. Definitely could have done something here. I'm not sure how I needed to optimize that. Maybe I needed to, like, save the Sand Tomb, sack Sea King. I don't know. That sucks. I feel like I should have had this somehow. Okay, I get him to throw, but I don't know if we have the energy to win here. Oh, no, we definitely don't. I'm not even at one. Ah, dang it, chat. I think I should have had that. I think I should have had that one. I don't know exactly where I went wrong. I'm trying to remember what the lead Pokemon was. Azu. Yeah, I think if I just mm, my energy on the Sea King was so useful on what was in the back. Like, if I just shield Azu's second move and overfarm more, well, no, I did shield. But like, if I just don't throw my third move, shield Azu's second move, overfarm more, I think that's a completely different game, and I probably just win. So, although the end game was awkward, and there was probably something I could have done there if we like watch it back, I think the main takeaway there is the lead. I really could have set myself up better with Seeking against Azu. Because I used 3 drill runs and then shielded and then didn't even have any residual energy. Okay, we don't love this. It makes me peck for some reason. He's staying in. Still staying in. I go over 100 energy there, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. He'll get to another move. I feel like there's a chance Dunsparce lives. And we're going to test it out. Come on, Dunsparce. You bulky beast. Oh my god, dude. No! What a nice play. Rock slide. Very nice play. Okay. Here's the scary thing is with a Stunfisk lead, I feel like it's unlikely my Gliscor is going to have a good matchup in the back. It could be double Incinerate, though, right? People have been running Flame Charge Fly, but I'm going to respect the Brave Bird. Yeah, it's fine. It's not really that fine, but it'll have to be fine. Interesting. It's going to be the same endgame as... Oh! Wow. That was honestly insane. Really nice. Does he shield this? He does. And unfortunately, even though I debuff him, I think the discharge will do too much where I'm not going to get to a move for Sableye, even if I farm down. Yeah. Nice plays. Tough one, guys. Tough set. I think we started off 2-0 as well. But, this is one of those teams, right? All three Pokemon that we're running are very, they're not the strongest Pokemon neutrally. So they're Pokemon that you have to be able to, like, make nice plays with, and they're flexible Pokemon. But when our opponents are making nice plays like that, sometimes the team gets a little bit exposed. I'm hoping for one positive set today. Here we go. Set number 2 of this team. Of course, so this is pretty bad. Okay, interesting. Fortress swap. Corsola, Fortress. I think this is like a D-Gen team, right? So maybe like a Carbink. I get a shield. He throws. My switch clock will come up soon here. And it's pretty heavily desynced. I think we're going to do this. It's a nice bait. Yeah, it's pretty rough for us. There was immediately, and he's got a full poke. I have like a million energy on my Seeking, but he got so much health. Yeah, tough stretch here. Maybe we need to change something, give ourselves a better shot. It is the Carbink like we suspected. How much energy did I have on Sparse? Not enough. Yeah, I think the problem we're seeing, right, is we're just kind of getting out neutraled by a lot of these teams, and our opponents just kind of can tap their screen for the most part. And I'm trying to be creative, but it's just not being enough. Maybe time to flip it up. Yo, Homeslice, thanks for the sub. I appreciate you. Mr. X says, why didn't you throw Icy Wind before taking the Nightshade? Because it's a matchup I don't really want to stay in. And I was hoping maybe he wouldn't go for the throw on 5, right? Because I felt like that'd be too obvious of a catch on Dunsparce. So I was hoping to do some more and then catch on 10. So those are the reasons there, Mr. X. But you are right in hindsight, right? Debuffing a Pokemon before they throw a move is usually a good thing. And then Winter Improve says skill gap. You're not wrong, Winter Improve. We're getting outplayed here a little bit. And this is the thing with GBL sometimes, right? Yeah. And like Big ML says, we're running 3 Pokemon that suffer from like non-stab moves, which is kind of giving us an inherent disadvantage. And a lot of those games were pretty close, right? And I think it kind of shows maybe if you're not outplaying them with that type of team, it can be tough. Shielding the Talon twice. But like, what was the alternative, right? I forget exactly what happened, but like if I take a fly there, does that change anything? Tis the Go Battle League sometimes. We were in the 3300s, so we purposely tanked 2 sets to get back in more queuable areas, and now we're just struggling in general. And Stoll is telling me how bad I am at the game. Well, here, let's try to prove we're not that bad. We've got a good lead. Catches on Mantine. We are like triple weak to Mantine. I'm actually going to swap in Kingdra here. Give me the beat, roll the windows down. Wanna get lost on the edge of town in your Chevrolet. CMP here's nice. I think he's at 9. He's at 8. No, he's at 8. Oh, it wasn't the CMP. He bulldozes me. I might get farmed down, which isn't great, by something. That's not the Tinkaton. Thievel. A lot of energy on Thievel's kind of scary. He boosts. I'm 3 off. K9 Seville. Seville? What am I saying? No, I'm 2 off. Energy ball is a little bit more. I think this should be enough. The evil's a bulky little fellow. GG's. Back on the board. Needed that one. Trent says, is this the first country song that isn't driving a Ford truck? I missed it. I missed what the lyric was. Illis Real 1000. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, for sure, Magmar Man. Thievel's it's like relatively bulky. Magmar Man, I'd like to tell you thank you for not instantaneously GGing me today after I was double weak to Charizard again, and I top left it after like 30 seconds. I genuinely appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate it. Donnie Wave 23, thank you for the follow. Yo, Scout. Oh, Scout, do you want it for like stream streak purposes? Maybe I need to do that. Cause yesterday's stream was pretty chill. I had such bad queue times. We ended up just like playing GeoGuessr most of it. And I got through like 7 battles. So there wasn't a whole lot of action. Interesting. So the immediate swap. I think I'm gonna come in with Canine here. Because I don't necessarily need switch against Claude. Against Claude AI. I'm actually gonna EB to do a little bit more. I don't suspect him to shield this since he's already committed a shield. Oh. Okay, nice awareness there. I kind of lost track. I'm not sure if he gets any boosts. Yikes. I'm not sure if he gets there. That's so bad. Shoot, we really messed this up. He throws on 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swift might have been enough there, so that might just be a straight up throw by me since he's debuffed. Tough one. A million things I could have done there, so I'm really disappointed in that game. Let's try to come back from that. Stole. This would be a good time if you wanted to say I threw. We have a couple people saying I threw today in earlier games where I didn't really think I threw. I think I just lost. That would be a more appropriate one if you want to tell me I threw. Kelsey, we lost to her earlier, but I'm so bad at remembering what people are running. I don't remember it being a Malamar, so she might have changed her team. CMP's me. I don't know if I want to go shields down with my back line. I get a CMP here at least. GG. It's not our day today. Mr. Snarky, first time chatter. Yeah, regionals have a lot of good spawns. You also get charge TMs from stops. It's usually a lot of like PvP relevant stuff. Now we lost Garbage. I tried to call the baits since she needed to bait to win, but she read that, just went for it. Nice play by Kelsey. Yo, G Meister, thank you so much for the raid, man. We're on the struggle bus a little bit today. I think I've gone negative every single set. Yeah. I'm just like making all the wrong decisions on 50-50 calls, right? Like, I feel like last game, if I had gone for the prediction that they're not going to let me do that, then they would just throw the drill run first, and then I look silly for not throwing. But there I look silly for throwing the Swift immediately in an obvious catch situation. He's got a drill run loaded on Sea King, so he'll combo play with the drill run here. I'm gonna have to go lose both my shields. It's gonna be tough to overcome. Another wrong call. Hmm. 1-4. First couple games were with the Gly score team. I think our games though with this team were definitely more winnable than the other team. That sounds like a fun Sableye team, Sparks. I might give that a shot. Yeah, for sure, Big ML, but I feel like it's been it's been like so many 50-50s today I've gotten wrong. At a certain point, it's like it's got to be partially on me. Okay, so at least we get to 2 weather balls first here. Yeah, I'm aware he got the sneak lurk. So we get there one before still because of the sneak. So he's 2 off. Problem is this gets me into like flamethrower range. I think the Altaria is in drill peck range. I'm surprised he never went for like the combo play with Altaria. And it's not in drill peck range. That's why I misremembered. For some reason, I thought it was like super low. For some reason, I thought it was like super low. What a brutal stretch, guys. What a brutal stretch. Take a quick breather. I think there's a fun Sableye team that got recommended. I'll give that one a go. Queue times have been good. You are right, Mo. You know, Mo, sometimes I'm like impossible to please. Before I'm complaining about queue times because our ELO's so high, now that I've fallen a million ELO, because I keep getting cooked, I'm like, oh, now I'm upset about losing. I should be happy. Kramer, yeah, I got that snapshot. I can catch it for you. I already have two good ones. I got pretty lucky. The first two Cramorants I caught were good ones. That one's not bad. Yeah. I thought I was playing really well for the first few sets, and it just kind of wasn't going my way team wise. And then I think I let a few of the chatters combined with like missed 50-50 calls combined with, I don't know. You start to get in that mindset of like things are gonna go wrong when you start losing a lot, and I think that has started to infect my play a little bit. Because when you start to play like things are gonna go wrong, like you're more likely to make the wrong calls, I think. Because you start to like there's these 50-50 calls, but then when you have a negative mindset like that after a lot of losses, it's almost like I feel like subconsciously you're like making the play that's gonna lose it. Getting this out's kind of nice. But a ton of energy on Trode. We got to be real careful of. Yeah, we hit Legend pretty early this season. I think I was like one of the first 20 to 50 people to hit Legend. That was a nice start. Ooh, interesting. Clever play. I think the Electrode has like 8. This is fine, though, because what ends up happening here is I have the move banked for Mantine. Whoa. Clever. And now he has to throw energy at Sableye. And we have Fortress in the back, which can take one wild charge if need be. Shout out to Sparks. They said it was impossible. They said Rise had won his last game of his career. But thanks to the Sparks team, we're not done yet. We've won a game in the Go Battle League. Teasy Cheesy, thank you for the follow. You heard I won a regional before. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you for reminding the chatters. We've had a lot of meanie bobinis today saying how bad I am at the game, but I've had my moments. Susty. Susty. Why are you countering me? This matchup's like weird. Like, is it not that bad for Sableye? I've actually never played this matchup. Does Drain Punch 2-shot? Pretty much. So he's got a Night Slash banked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I'll shield again. As crazy as that is. Let's it go. Two, 3, 4. It's their one turn before me, unfortunately. I'm still very healthy, though, on... Four. He's at Shadow Ball plus Body Slam, I think. And that doesn't knock me out. The Fort. The Fort. The Fort is back, apparently. The Fort is back. I thought Fort was retired due to all the Ninetales in existence now. Elmo. Interesting. Kind of a weird one. What's my answer for Canine? I mean, we've got a neutral answer, and Claude's like a real answer because it's so bulky, and you really only need one move to knock them out, and they need like 3 weather balls to knock you out. Double buffed here. Call me Bruce Buffer. We'll take it. I don't know if I can still get to another move. Looks like I can. Pure dots. I think Pluff is at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can max out on energy here. We get rid of it. We got a 2-on-1 fast break. Claude, Sire, and Fortress. LeBron to D Wade. Oh. And you know what, chat? After a Stone Edge, you're on your 7 cycle to Earthquake. So landing this Earthquake essentially just seals the game for us. So now we can just force him to Earthquake us. And Fortress should be able to clean out this game because he can take a Sand Tomb and reach an Earthquake. But I don't think he'll be able to get to 2 moves. Nice. Lurk on the 5 stream streak. Ad watcher Brandon. Hey, Rise, can you talk a little bit about how many Championship Series points are needed for Worlds and how you accumulated your points? Was it just through regionals, ICs? Yes. Great question. Yeah. So, Brandon, you get points mainly through regionals and ICs. And the point system, like, you can look it up on the Play Pokemon website if you Google search, like, Play Pokemon Regional Championship points. And the way it works is, I believe it's a best 5 finish system now. So players like myself, you know, Out of Pocket, Dunebug, Nighttime Clasher, like we've been to a lot of tournaments. I think I'll be going to 11 this year, including Worlds, so 10 tournaments. I think some of them went to like 11, 12, 13, 14 even. But I understand like on the upper echelon of tournaments I've gone to. So let's say I got points for every single tournament. I missed points only 1 tournament, I believe, Prague. I missed points. But even though I got points in like 9 tournaments, it only takes your best 5 finishes, if that makes sense. No, we're back to the bad calls, chat. We're back to the bad calls. This matchup can be really nasty if you successfully Drain Punch bait. I should have done it. Cold beer on a Friday night. Okay. That's still pretty good. Blastoise. Every part of me wants to switch here. But I feel like I have Pokemon that are very capable of getting hard punished. So I won't do it. Okay, he's 1 off his next Hydro. Don't think Sand Tomb would have quite been enough, so we're going to have to go down our last shield. Ooh, that's pretty good. Going to get in some bug bite damage. And we catch. Nice. Catch doesn't really change too much, right? He'd go for Sky Attack anyway. And we overfarm a million, so that way he has to expend energy while he's debuffed still. And we'll just get rid of the Altaria here. I've got energy on Fort, so even if he gets to a Hydro Cannon here, we still can knock it out with Fort. There we go. Let's go. Eric went to 17? What? No wonder he's in first place in the world. Guys, this set is dedicated to Sparks. Harry, I was 0-119 before this. Just kidding. But I was like 2-3, 2-3, 2-3, 1-4. And we just got a 4-1. You know, winning or losing should not affect your mood. But I can't lie, it does affect my mood sometimes in the Go Battle League. Shout out to Sparks for the awesome team suggestion there that ended up working for the end of the stream. Thanks for answering. We met in Houston. I was considering competing. There's not many drivable. Yeah. Oh, Adwatcher Houston or Brandon. Oh, Henry's starting soon. Let's go. Perfect. Yo, GG's Elmo. I like the Greninja. Greninja's like your signature, isn't it? Also, Adwatcher Brandon, if you're a Houston local, Houston actually has probably one of the most lively local scenes. And a little bit of lore. Wait, I can show you guys. I have a little bit of lore for you because I have been, I won't say like criticized, but I have been made fun of before by people. Specifically, Wholesome _ who I love. He's a great guy, honestly. But he did make fun of me. For Rise will travel hundreds of miles to local tournaments. Okay, hear me out. Here's the context. If I go to the Play Pokemon leaderboards, so someone also asked this stream if I qualified for Worlds. I did. So top 75 NA. And I was number 2, so I did qualify for Worlds. And also winning Merida for the auto qual. But if I can find this, so you for championship points, you also can get international travel awards. So, for example, for LAIC in Brazil, if you finish top 4 in your region in that trimester of the season in terms of points, you get a $3,500 travel award. Now, Little Ol' Rise knew it was going to be a tight race. Was it the LAIC? Wait, no, it would have been EUIC. Yeah, it was EUIC because I was casting LAIC. So LAIC would have been the last chance to earn points. And Wholesome, there's a clip of him. He's casting with Softelf, and he goes, Rise to occasion will go out of his way to drive hundreds of miles for local tournaments. Kind of making fun of me. Because what happened was I drove 3.5 hours to Houston to do a local weekend where there was like 6 locals. And I got well over 100 points from those locals. I think I got something like 130 points. So I drove 3.5 hours. And that 3.5 hour drive got me into the top 4 in the end by 5 points. So that was the difference in me. That locals drive was the difference in me getting the $3,500 Traveler to EUIC. Anyway, that's my little talk. Like, you can make fun of me for driving 3 hours to locals, but it ended up being the difference in a travel award. So make fun of me all you want. I see Mr. Homeslice has just gone live. I thank all of you for hanging out with me today. Oh, you know what's sad? I think we're ending before Carmander got to show up. She's going to be sad she missed my stream today. She has like 100 and something streak going. I will send you, but you can watch the VOD, and it keeps it alive. Yo, thanks for hanging out, Corb. Shout out to Sparks for the team recommendation that saved us in the end. Bye, Harry. I'll see you soon. I fly in like late Wednesday night. I get there at like 10 p.m. Wednesday to Worlds. Home slice, Thierry Henry. He raids us often, so fun to be able to repay with a raid of our own today. Oh, wow. Quite a few of us here on the Twitch side. Thanks for everyone hanging out. Edgar, bye. Thanks for being Home Slice and I's #1 fan. The boss, Ross, how many top 3 Great League rank mods do you have? That is a great question. I wouldn't think it's that many. I would not think it's very many at all. Like, probably only a handful. Because I probably have a lot of mods that are somewhere between like rank 3 and rank, like 45 that I use. All right. Farewell, chat. See you soon. Probably see you Monday, Tuesday, and then I won't see you for a while. Come back on Tuesday and wish me a going away stream. That would be really nice. A going away party. All right. Bye.